Dust on the boardwalk, sun on the sign. Boots mended, belts tended, painted by hand in a crooked line. He rode in slow from the red clay ridge, had to pull low. Horse breathing mist, spurs rang light on the leaning porch. Boot soles torn from the long hard trip. She wiped her hands on her warm brown apron. Set 'em there, I'll see what I can do. He tipped his brim, his voice soft spoken. These old boots walk me here to you. Boots, strings, and second chances. Dusty hearts that learn new dances in a one-street town where the years stand still. She threads that needle, he stands there still. Her boy hums low on a three-chord tune, holding that guitar out of tune in that little shop with the swinging door. Love finds boots and something more. The boy sat close by the open window, chasing a song on a busted fret. Ran small hands down that weathered timber, every scar a story he hadn't heard yet. The cowboy smiled at the halting rhythm, heard his past in that clumsy chord. I learned my prayers on that same old neck, out under stars we both ignored. Boots, strings, and second chances. Dusty hearts that learn new dances in a one-street town where the years stand still. She threads that needle, he stands there still. Her boy hums low on a three-chord tune, holding that guitar out of tune in that little shop with the swinging door. Love finds boots and something more. She watched them laugh, that easy sound, a crack of light through the life she'd found. She buried gold with her wedding band. Now something warm brushed her work-rough hands. He laced his boots, they fit like prayer, then slipped the strap from his shoulder bare. Laid more miles on this than I can roam, kid. Maybe you should take it home. Hey. The boy went still, then burst like summer. Clutched that wood like it might blow away. She met his eyes over fresh stitched leather, saw thank you written every way. The cowboy's gaze held hers, a heartbeat. No big words, just a quiet grin. In that bright rush of her boy's new music, she felt her own song start again. Strings and second chances. Dusty hearts that learn new dances in a one-street town where the years stand still. She threads that needle, he stands there still. The boy hums proud on a shining tune under that white, white afternoon in that little shop with a swinging door. Love steps in and stays for more. Dust on the boardwalk, lamp in the glass. Boots by the doorway, two shadows as they're walking past.
He rode in slow, dust on his coat, half pulled low, name nobody spoke. Wanted in towns from here to the Rio, not for gold, for taking sombreros. He'd tip his brim, smile just a little, snatch that crown, gone like a whistle. Boots on the boardwalk, spurs singing time, shadow on the wall. Then he'd ride, they call him the Sombrero bandit, stealing shade from the desert sun. Leaves a chuckle hanging in the air soon as his wild horse runs. But every brim that he ever lifted finds its way back good as new. Yeah, the Sombrero bandit might be wanted, but his heart's riding true. Out past town by the Red Rock Ridge, he'd light a fire on a fallen bridge, spread those hats all around his feet, thread and leather laying in the heat, patching up stitching torn seams, wiping off dust like polishing dreams, talking to the moon in the canyon glow. Folks lose more than they ever know. By dawn's first line, he'd be gone again, leave nothing but tracks and a warm west wind. They call him the Sombrero bandit, stealing shade from the desert sun. Leaves a chuckle hanging in the air soon as his wild horse runs. But every brim that he ever left it finds its way back good as new. Yeah, the Sombrero bandit might be wanted, but his heart's right and true. One over Carol spotted him at night, down by the river in that silver light. Saw him set a hat, soft on a rail, next to a poncho, faded and pale. Bandit, he whispered, why you running high? Cowboy just laughed with a shrug and a sigh. I take 'em so I find 'em where the hurt ones are. I mend what I can, then I vanish with the stars. They call him the Sombrero bandit, stealing shade from the desert sun. Leaves a chuckle hanging in the air soon as his wild horse runs. But every brim that he ever left it finds its way back good as new. Yeah, the Sombrero bandit might be wanted, but his heart's right and true. Now every small town from here to the past knows if your hat's gone, it'll come back fast. Hung on your fence post straighter than before, brim a little stronger than it was before. Mamas just smile, papas just grin, kids tell tales when the night rolls in. Swear they heard a horse on the old North Road and a low soft whistle floating through the cold. They call him the Sombrero bandit, stealing shade from the desert sun. Leaves a chuckle hanging in the air soon as his wild horse runs. But every brim that he ever left it finds its way back good as new. Yeah, the Sombrero bandit might be wanted, but his heart's right and true. So if your hat's missing by the end of the day, just tip your head, let the worry fade. Winds blow, he'll stitch that crown neath the wide sky blue. 'Cause the Sombrero bandit got a wild streak, but a good heart too. Oh yeah, yeah, the Sombrero bandit got a wild streak, but a good heart.